Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on WellnessKE. My name is Fatma. Here on WellnessKE, we like to offer women great information and solutions. That way they can be able to improve their reproductive health. Today, I want to talk about the top foods that you can be able to eat. That way you can be able to deal with menstrual cravings that happen before your period, during your period, and also after your period. Before we go too far, I want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe button, because once you hit the subscribe button, it actually helps us with the algorithm. And also when you hit the like button, YouTube is going to suggest this video to more women. That way they can be able to benefit from this information. So let's get into the video. So if you've clicked on this video, then you want to learn how you can finally be able to deal with cravings that come from menstrual cycle. Now, if you struggle with cravings, please don't give yourself too much pressure. This is something that happens to the most of us. The one thing that we need to do is not to actually get rid of all the foods. We want to know what the best foods are so that we can involve them into our diet. And women actually struggle with PMS symptoms and cravings. And this can happen before your period, during your period, or even after your period. So what exactly are you supposed to do? And what are these cravings an indication of? So let's start from the very top. Before you get your period, sometimes you find that you struggle with cravings. This is actually like 2 to 3 days before your period. Maybe this is when you actually feel like you want to dig your teeth into some dairy milk chocolate or something sugary, something savory, something salty, something spicy or greasy. And these cravings can actually lead you to having menstrual pain, because when you give into the cravings, you're going to eat foods that are high in sodium, foods that are high in sugar, foods that are greasy and fatty, and these foods are actually not good for you. We actually have a video that talks in depth about the foods that keep worsening menstrual cramps, and we're actually going to link that right here so that you can be able to understand what foods to avoid during this time. So when you are about to have your period, this is the time for you to increase foods rich in iodine, because iodine is going to actually help you in balancing the levels of estrogen. This is because high levels of estrogen will actually lead to painful periods, heavy periods, or even clots in your period. Estrogen is a hormone that is essential for so many things in the body, but also blood circulation. When you have high levels of estrogen, unfortunately, you're going to have poor circulation. Your blood is not going to flow properly. And this is why most women actually end up having clumps or clots in their period and even painful period. So you don't want to give into these cravings. Increase foods that are high in iodine, and we're going to list them on the screen so that you know which ones these are. And when you increase these foods, you're actually going to deal with this particular craving and do away with it before your period. Also, you need to increase more vitamin D. One of the best ways that you can do that is by getting some sun. You can actually go outside and expose your skin, especially on your neck, your shoulders, your chest area, your face. Make sure that you actually get a good amount of sun during maybe between 8 o'clock to 2 p.m. This is actually a good time for you to expose yourself to, a few minutes of sunlight, because sunlight will actually help you in generating or producing vitamin D. Vitamin D, as you know, is not just a vitamin, it's actually a hormone, and you need to expose yourself to sunlight so that you can be able to deal with issues like PMS symptoms, because low levels of vitamin D are associated with mood swings and also PMS symptoms. So don't give in to the cravings. Add more vitamin D, like sunlight, and also foods rich in vitamin D, like mushrooms are foods that are rich in vitamin D, fatty fish. So this is the time for you to have, for you to make some fish, for you to have some mushrooms, for you to expose yourself to, a good amount of sun. That way you can be able to deal with the cravings. Also, eating foods that are rich in vitamin C, like citrus fruit, tomatoes, and also spinach. These are foods that are rich in vitamin C. Cabbage is also really rich in vitamin C. So if you can be able to find these foods, or even kienyeji greens if you have, then these are going to be really beneficial for you in getting rid of the cravings before your period. If you can add these to your diet during, before, and after, it's going to be extremely beneficial for your health. Now, let's move on to during your menstrual cycle. During your period, you're actually going to struggle with some cravings. For some women, you don't necessarily experience that, and for others, it's different. I know personally, when I have my period, I don't have any cravings. Some cravings might actually come a few days before, but then, I know exactly how to deal with them. But during the period, I just want to eat more fresh fruit, more vegetables, and hydrate more. For some women, I'm sure you've experienced this. You feel thirsty, you want to drink more water, and so forth. So during your period, this is the time for you to increase, foods that are rich in calcium and foods that are rich in magnesium. This is because magnesium is actually essential in making sure that you can be able to relax your uterine muscles. Magnesium is a mineral that helps you in muscle relaxation. So if you can eat more foods rich in magnesium, the ones that we're going to be listing on your screen, then you're going to be able to escape the menstrual cramps. And foods rich in calcium as well are going to be highly beneficial for you. Don't forget, add these foods during your period. They're going to help you in dealing with the cramps, and most importantly, they're actually going to get rid of the cravings. Let's talk about after your period. Now, maybe you're done with your period and you're experiencing some cravings still. Please also don't feel too much pressure, and also don't judge yourself too much, because every woman is different. If you find that you're actually struggling with, you're getting cravings even after you're done with your period, then you need to increase foods rich in iron, number one, because iron is essential in making sure that you produce enough red blood cells. And also, iron is essential in making sure that you improve and boost your energy levels, because at this time, you've lost an amount of blood. And for women who actually have heavy period, then you've lost a lot of it, because you have heavy period. So it's important that you replenish and you recuperate. And the only way to do this is to add foods rich in iron. Make sure that you pair your iron-rich foods with vitamin C-rich foods. For instance, you can eat spinach with cabbage, because iron and vitamin C bind really well together, and it increases the absorption of these two amazing minerals into your body. So you need to actually add, iron-rich foods like spinach, kienyeji greens to your diet, and also pair them up with vitamin C-rich foods so that you can be able to ensure that they are properly absorbed into your body. Another very important one is vitamin E-rich foods. For instance, adding nuts and seeds and almonds. You can even have a handful of almonds. You can make almond snacks like protein bars, or you can add almonds to your smoothies. This is actually going to be really good and essential for you. Also, a very important one is sunflower seeds. If you can even have them raw without roasting them, it's even better for you. This is actually going to help you after your period, because there's a very good connection between vitamin E and estrogen levels. A dip in estrogen levels, especially in women who maybe are just done with their period or even going through menopause, because when you go through menopause or perimenopause, then you have lower levels of estrogen. You need vitamin E rich foods because they're going to help you during this particular phase. So even after your period, add foods rich in iron, add foods rich in vitamin E that we're going to be listing on your screen, and this is going to be extremely beneficial for you. So if you've gotten to this part of the video and you're thinking, I don't think I can do this by myself because there's so much information and I'm so busy, I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with something that I can add to my diet that's going to work properly. What you really need to do is take it a step at a time. You can also seek professional help. You can actually send us a message in the comment section and tell us that you'd like a personalized plan. We can create a personalized plan for you so that you can be able to know what foods to eat to get rid of cravings, to have a healthy menstrual cycle, and to get rid of painful periods if you struggle with that as well. Remember, your menstrual health determines how healthy you are. So if you are struggling in one area, then menstruation is going to be a clear indicator of how healthy you are or not. So it's very important that you gauge your menstruation. It's very important that you look for the telltale signs like cravings, PMS symptoms, mood swings, painful periods, and so forth. This will let you know your hormone levels and you can be able to fix them once and for all. So if you found this video helpful, please make sure that you hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can be able to join our community of women. That way you can be the first one to know every single time we share a new video. Also, if you're interested in purchasing some sunflower seeds and more of the products that we're listing on your screen right now, please make sure that you call the number on your screen or let us know in the comment section and we'll make sure that we deliver it to you at your doorstep. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Fatma. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.